Limited versus unlimited liability is really difficult to understand. So we'll try and simplify it as much as we can. So let's take an example. Let's say there's a business here and it has assets. The things the business owns are called assets. So let's say it has $200,000 of assets and here's some owners. Together they decide, let's put $100,000 of our money into this business. That's called investment. So they're now becoming owners. So they put their 100 grand in and now the business has $300,000. So what happens is these people, they're investors, but they're also people. So as people, they own an $800,000 house and a $100,000 car. And what happens is the business gets in trouble. It ends up owing the bank $400,000. And the problem there is it's only got $300,000 of assets. So the bank will take that. That's gone. But the bank is still owed another 100,000. So first of all, this 100,000 that they put in, that's gone. So you've lost that. That's just bad business, bad investing. That happens. The question now is, well, the bank needs another 100,000. Can they take this car? And it's different depending on the circumstance. So in this case, we're going to say, yes, the bank can take that car. Why? Because this business and its owners are the same legal entity. In the eyes of the law, there's no difference between the owners and the business. And that is what we call unlimited liability. That is different. We'll have the exact same case study. We'll just have a different, slightly change in the circumstances. We've got a business here. It's got $200,000 of assets, exactly the same as before. These two people decide we want to invest $100,000 in there, so now the business has $300,000. They also, as people, own an $800,000 house and a $100,000 car. The business gets in trouble again. It ends up owing the bank $400,000. The bank says, we'll take that. You've lost your investment, bad business. That doesn't matter what type of business it is. You lose your investment. The question now is, can the bank, it's owed another 100 grand, can it take this car? And in this case, we're going to say no. Why? Because in the eyes of the law, there's two groups, two barriers here. See this blue box? That's the owners as a legal entity. They are different to the business as a legal entity. Okay, if you're doing accounting, it's called the entity concept, the entity principle, entity assumption. The owners are not responsible for business debts. So to try and summarize, and it is a very confusing topic, we're going to say there's two situations here. When the owners and the business are all in the same box here, they are the same legal entity, that is called unlimited liability. What that means is the owners are liable for their investment in the business. You're going to lose your investment, and their personal assets can be used to meet business debts if the business can't do so. So in this case, they lost their car as well. That is different to this circumstance over here. There's two boxes. There's the owners as a legal entity and the business as a legal entity. They are separate or different legal entities. That is called limited liability. Your liability is limited only to your investment. You'll always lose your investment. However, any parties owed money by the business, like a bank, can't seek the personal assets of the owners. So to summarize and simplify it, just say with unlimited liability, you can lose your personal assets if the business goes broke. And with limited liability, you cannot. The personal assets of the owner can't be used to meet the debts